Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to talk about this evening. Trump, it's almost as if I took control of Trump's Twitter account. When people say, like, oh my God, his tweets, I'm like, I love his tweets. That's exactly the way I would tweet. That's why. Todd Spencer, thank you so very, very much. I greatly appreciate that. Right at the beginning of the live stream. And thank you so very much, Todd Spencer. Thank you. Thank you. I like Trump's tweets. I like them because that's kind of the way I tweet. And it's just really hilarious. He's really hilarious. And we'll just start off with Chuck Schumer, which is just so funny because here are the Democrats. They don't stand for anything. They don't stand for anything. And not only do they not stand for anything, but it's like, hello, everyone. Thank you again, Todd Spencer. Very, very appreciative. Suzanne Yoke. I wouldn't miss Hillary Clinton going down. Let's get this party started. Suzanne, thank you so very much. Right off the bat, my goodness. Suzanne Yoke and Todd Spencer, thank you. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Todd. Thank you very, very much. The super chat gives me every incentive to keep rocking these live streams. I am going to start to try to do more uploads kind of sprinkled along with the live streams. But this is before we get to the Clinton indictments and Trump's tweets. This is unbelievably hypocritical. And I think this is years back, but Chuck Schumer. This is Trump tweeting Chuck Schumer. Oh yeah, it's a while back. Okay.
Until the American people are convinced that we will stop future flows of illegal immigration, we will make no progress on dealing with the millions of illegal immigrants who are here now and on rationalizing our system of legal immigration. It's plain and simple and unavoidable. When we use phrases like undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not.
Oh my God, I messed it up. Dang it. So this is unbelievably hypocritical by Chuck Schumer.
You're not going to.
Of course, this is a different time. Schumer looks a lot younger. You're talking to somebody who is not as. I want dreamers to be citizens. I have friends who are dreamers. I want Trump and Democrats. Well, Democrats should have come to a deal. At least they would have got something for it. He's now slowly building the wall anyway. And I think for me, I want dreamers to become citizens. If your first memory in the United States, if your first memory in life is just living in the United States, I think you should become a citizen. If it's you didn't cross, you were just a child and your parents took you. I understand also that the issue of undocumented immigrants has to do with economics. Primarily, there are negative aspects in terms of crime and drugs and laundering money and all that stuff and shipping narcotics. I get that. If the wall can help stop that, that'll be a good thing. But the issue here is that Democrats just want to play the same game they've always played, and it didn't work. It didn't work in 2016. So I stopped with Chuck Schumer while he was talking, but here's Chuck Schumer years back.
Undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration, which the American people overwhelmingly oppose. If you don't think it's illegal, you're not going to say it. I think it is illegal and wrong, and we have to change it.
So this is Chuck Schumer. This is the Senate Minority Leader. The Senate Minority Leader, not long ago, if basically if Trump says this, it's like, oh my God, racist ogre, everything. And that's all they have now against Trump. That's all they have. There are people saying, well, you don't even need to hear the tape of him using that horrible word. You don't even need to hear the tape. You can just go ahead and just assume that he's racist, that he said it. Then you have Piers Morgan on, this is Us Magazine. Omarosa offered him sex to win a Celebrity Apprentice. Those things. So it's like, it never ends. But here.
If you don't think it's illegal, you're not going to say it. I think it is illegal and wrong, and we have to change it. Above all else, the American people want their government to be serious about protecting the public, enforcing the rule of law, and creating a rational system of legal immigration that will proactively fit our needs rather than reactively responding to future waves of illegal immigration. People who enter the United States without our permission are illegal aliens, and illegal aliens should not be treated the same as people who entered the U.S. legally.
This is considered racist now. This is considered by Democrats as the embodiment of evil. This was spoken by Chuck Schumer. So before we get into the tweets regarding everything taking place with Brennan and Strzok and Comey and all these people, the Democratic Party is going to lose. Trump retweeted again this Rasmussen poll, very interesting. Approval rating among black voters, 36%. This day last year, 19%. So that's amazing. That's with the propaganda blitz from CNN and MSNBC and everything, all these propaganda networks. Eric Neff. Eric Neff, 666, thank you. Yoga is my life, Hillary. Well, you know, there's from the mind of Eric H526, my buddy. She's very astute at the Kenkel stance. But that's pretty awesome. But Eric Neff, thank you. Thank you, Eric. Suzanne Yoke, thank you so very, very much. So we're going to go get to, but I want to just read you. So black voters, Trump. So this is August 7th, midterms expected to rile up. Why would midterms expected to rile up black voters angry at Trump? That's what it says here at USA Today. When you midterm, black voters angry at Trump expected to turn out in key races. Survey found. What survey? Okay, and now you have a Rasmussen poll right here. Voters think young blacks doing better under Trump than Obama. But that was a month back. Rasmussen poll that he went ahead and shared. Where is that here? So President Trump. So the Schumer tweet was hilarious. And then, okay, today's real Donald Trump approval rating among black voters, 36%. This is Rasmussen reports. This day last year, 19%. And there you go. So, I mean, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. You have a situation where the propaganda is not working. No matter what they do, it just doesn't work. It's not just black voters, Latino voters. Black and Latino unemployment is at an all-time low, and the rebuttal is, well, it started under Obama. Okay, but I thought that Trump was the embodiment of racism. So wouldn't his racist policies reverse any advancement? Of course not. Makes no sense. You can't really, when things are going well, and they're going well now, you can't really, you have to like fabricate things to there's a tape that doesn't exist, but he said a horrible word, so just believe it. There's evidence about Trump Russia. We have to continue. We have to go ahead and the coyote, thank you. We have to go ahead and keep investigating. It'll happen one day. Don't you know? Just believe. It's like that song, I Believe I Can Fly. They should change it. Like, it should be, the new song should be Democrats like, I believe Trump colluded with Russia. I think about it every night and day. I believe Trump said something horrible, but we don't know because there's no tape. Every single time they try to hurt him, they hurt themselves. Every single time. I believe I can lie. Smoking over line. And thank you, Eric. And so the thing is, like, you know, it's like there's no way that they even are horrible at propaganda. They're even horrible at propaganda. They can't even lie and spin and fabricate, because now we have Bruce Orr. Why did he speak to both? Why was he the intermediary between Comey and Fusion GPS? Nellie Orr. Why on earth did Nellie Orr have become a ham radio instructor? So why did his wife Nellie Orr work for Fusion GPS and just coinky dink? She's now going ahead and she's a ham radio operator. Gee, only spies use that. That's weird. 2 giant planes go into Little Rock. You know, DOJ employees load tons and tons of documents. Well, you know. Inside Scarlet, thank you so much. Well, you know, the DOJ, that was just a drug bust, don't you know? That was a drug bust because drug dealers use Quicken. And they, you know, print out all their information because, you know, all the good drug dealers. If you're looking for good drug dealer software, go to Best Buy and you'll find some wonderful. You can print out a lot of things, and drug dealers use file cabinets also. And they're just wonderful because they want to document everything, because criminals document everything. That's why. Well, Ruby Jack, that I think it's more of the slow boa constrictor-like efforts of Trump. I think Sessions is slowly, ever so slowly, moving towards the direction of Clinton indictments. He has to. Because there's too much evidence. There's too much evidence. She has committed crimes. And so let me get to finally, so I can go on through all the different culprits, and I will eventually, but so I love that Trump, he quotes people, and if it's even too much for Trump to say, he'll quote people, which is like both picking them up, obviously, and they deserve to be picked up, the people he quoted, but also like emphasizing the fact that we all feel a certain way. And I love the people who I'm just going to put something. Okay, so John Brennan is a stain on the country. We deserve better than this. Former Secret Service agent and author of new book Spygate, The Attempted Sabotage of Donald J. Trump. Dan Bongino. Thank you, Dan, and good luck with the book. Dan Bongino is awesome, and John Brennan is a stain on our country, which is true. John O'Brennan, I'm not a stain. I'm like not a stain, I'm a skid mark. No. You know, like when you're riding your bike and you brake. Get your mind out of the gutter. John Brennan is a stain on the country. Wow. And he's like all like the reverence and the, oh my God. You notice how like before the midterms, like they're not cozying up to all the intel people anymore. Dan Bongino is awesome. Very awesome. And it's like, then he goes, after calling John Brennan a poop stain, he goes, Hillary Clinton clearly got a pass by the FBI. We have the unfortunate situation where they decided they were going to frame Donald Trump concerning the rigged Russia witch hunt. Joe DiGenova, former U.S. attorney. I say this every day. Joe DiGenova is awesome. Okay, here's Trump's tweet. Here is the tweet. And people say, you know, the pearl clutching. Oh my gosh. Oh, Trump. Trump is so boorish. Donald J. Trump, you're so boorish. You don't have integrity. Like, for example, when Obama destroyed Libya, he said it was his worst mistake. He was magnanimous enough to say it was his worst mistake. He could have simply not said anything as women and children and men and people were being enslaved. Even in Libya now, as the whole country was torn apart in a civil war that didn't have to happen because NATO bombing made it worse. But Obama said it was his biggest mistake. That's presidential. You destroy a country, then just chalk it up as a mistake. But you with your Stormy and your mean tweets, have you no decency? Go and destroy a country, but don't tweet. Don't tweet in a mean way. Americans can't handle that. Then we have, I mean, what is with this guy? Like, what's with Democrats? This is a Democrats' new slogan. We were always a crappy nation, crappy country, crappy everything. You exist basically because, you know, you're just full of crap. And, you know, horrible. We're horrible. And vote for us in the midterms. We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. Oh my God. This is Andrew Cuomo. Oh. So, and then you have like stupid people who are trying to insult him. See, that's the thing. Okay. It's like my buddy who, you know, would tackle people. 30 people left the live stream just now. You can't duplicate Trump's personality because there's a purity to Trump's personality. If you're not that type of person, you just go overboard and it sounds stupid. So this is funny. Andrew Cuomo today, Governor Cuomo of New York, and he goes, can you believe this is the governor of the highest tax state in the U.S., Andrew Cuomo having a total meltdown? So it was bad enough that Donald Trump used the dog comment, but like as if you can kind of overshadow it, somehow Democrats are like, well, wait a second, we're not going to take moral high ground. Let's look. We were never that great. Now I get the understanding like, okay, here we go. We were never that great. Okay. I kind of get it. I understand because I was on the left. Okay, so let's find this. All right, so where did he say this? Cuomo, you can't get better than this. Like, at a moment in time where like the midterms are around the corner and he's like, we suck as a country. Vote for us. So Andrew Cuomo. It's so great. Oh, I love it. Oh, you know why? Because he's trying to go after Cynthia Nixon, who's progressive and down and great, loves socialism and calling out the country. And he's like, hey, I can call out the country too. We suck. Hey, hello, look at me. Look at me. I'm progressive too. I hate everything about us. Huh? Huh? Am I not progressive now? Oh, no, it's not working. Oh. Oh, my God. Is there going to be...
Ready for summer? Well, get ready with your next big adventure at sunset.
Well, that's like almost like I channeled this guy without even... That's hilarious. Okay, so... All right. Let's go ahead and see this. Please tell me. Please tell me. Give me back my chat, Ozzy G. My fellow Aussies, Assange. Love your work, HA, from Mark Johnson, Australia. Thank you. Give me back my chant, Ozzy G. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. And thank you so much for your support of Julian Assange. And thank you. Thank you so very much. So this is Cuomo. He's like, I can tell you how bad we suck right now. You have no idea we're horrible and we suck. Yay, vote for me.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. We have not reached greatness.
Even his audience in New York, was like, whoa, what? You know it's bad too when, like, you know, Bill Maher is like losing his audience when it's like super uber liberal, and I'm like, oh, he's like, I hope there's a recession. I'm like, oh, and Andrew Cuomo's like, we were never that great. We were not. Of course, we are a great nation. Of course, we've been a great nation. Have we also been a nation that has done horrendous things even to our own citizens? Yes. We've done absolutely horrible, terrible things. What was it? Tuskegee syphilis experiment against black men. The horrible Tuskegee syphilis experiment. We could go on and on. This was forcing to black men without their knowledge, not forcing, but deceiving and tricking black men and giving them syphilis to test the effects in the most unethical medical experiment of all time. Okay, this happened. Okay. I'm not going to go on. We can go on forever about all the horrible, heinous things that have taken place in our country. But there's also beautiful things. There's also wonderful things that have taken place. We're a country where people from around the world, Andrew Cuomo's family history, you know, my family history, your family history, we all have people who've come from all different parts of the world to the United States of America for a better life. This is the only country in the world, still today, where you can really have nothing and then make it with everything. Now, that's very difficult to do, but most other countries that does not happen. It's the only country in the world where the government doesn't allow you to protect your family with firearms. It's a right that you had even before the Bill of Rights. That's what Anton Scalia stated. So it's Antonin Scalia, sorry. But let's listen to this again. It's hilarious.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. We have not reached greatness. We will reach greatness when every American is fully engaged. We will reach greatness.
Fully engaged, meaning nothing. That's the beauty of Andrew Cuomo's speech. Veteran Anarchy, thank you. Oh, that's me. No Sickle J, thank you. This is why Gomer needs medication. We were never that great. So hold on one second. This is fantastic. Let's just listen to this.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. We have not reached greatness. We will reach greatness when every American is fully engaged. We will reach greatness when discrimination and stereotyping against women, 51% of our population, is gone.
What does that even mean? What is he even talking about? Stereotyping and discrimination against women? Huh? Yeah, I get that. I get it exists, but what does that even mean? It's completely gone. Sorry to tell you, Democrats, you can just ask Hillary, who called black youth super predators. And now people are like, you can't use the word mistress. It's sexist. Meanwhile, Hillary was like trying to destroy the lives of everybody from Monica Lewinsky to everyone else that Bill Clinton stooped on his Wikipedia page of sexual misconduct. You will be engaged unless everyone is engaged. First of all, he uses a word that means nothing. So, oh, you're engaged? You mean you vote Democrat? I'm so engaged in what's right with it. No. He's running against Cynthia Nixon, and he's very possibly lose. Although New York politics, like Tammany Hall, Chicago, it's like, you know, I don't see her winning, even if she gets close. So, what are the we have a country the whole world wants to live in. We're a great country. We have a lot of problems. I love when I was on the left, I used to hear like, we're a really horrible country. We're doing this horrible. Who'd you vote for? Hillary. Oh, okay. Well, that's really great. All the things you claim to dislike, she represents. Look up the definition of hypocrite. He won't do it. So polls, Nixon, Cuomo. So, I mean, here you have 33 points up. He's 33 points up. So I don't even know what these polls, whether they're accurate or not accurate, or what these polls are about, but 33 points up. Wow. So if she wins, pretty much game over for the Democratic Party. That's why he's trying to like go ahead and represent, oh, I'm really progressive. Look, I hate the country. That's his thing. That's his shtick. But what does this even mean? And you just hurt so many racists. Do you know how many attack ads? This is worse than Dukakis with the tank. which I didn't think was that bad, but apparently that was like, I was only like, what, really very young, but oh wait, Dukakis tank ad. So hold on a second. That was the best Dukakis tank ad. Yeah, baby. Oh my God.
Michael Dukakis has opposed virtually every defense system we developed.
Oh.
He opposed new aircraft carriers. He opposed anti-satellite weapons. He opposed 4 missile systems, including two missile deployment. Dukakis opposed the stealth bomber, ground emergency warning system against nuclear attack. He even criticized our rescue mission to Grenada and our strike on Libya. And now he wants to be our commander-in-chief. America can't afford that risk.
So there was a lot of that in terms of his record. I kind of leaned towards Dukakis and more of a much more anti-war record. But that picture of him in the tank, you can't be something you're not. Own it. Own whatever you are. I pretty much own what I am, which is waiting for justice regarding a numerous Democratic Party scandals and crimes. And I pretty much own what I am. I mean, I find, I'm a Trump supporter now, I'm voting Trump. So it's like, pretty much own who you are. And the one thing I don't like about, and I say this, if you're wearing a mask in life, you're not owning who you are. Go ahead. Don't worry about your job at Starbucks. And if you want to go attack people, don't wear a mask. And like you see these guys with like shields, like it's like Braveheart. You pick the wrong guy in a stand your ground state, and it's not good. Even with your shield and mask and pepper spray. Just own who you are. Own who you are. Don't wear a mask when you're trying to go ahead and fight fascists. What are you worried about? Like these people, like these like quote unquote anti-hate people at colleges. They're wearing masks, and it's like, well, what are you wearing a mask? You're worried about, like, you going to medical school, or you're going to apply for a job tomorrow after you beat up somebody with the mask, and you see them with shields and stuff. It's like, this is 2018. This isn't like, you're not, William the Conqueror. You're not going to, this isn't the Battle of Hastings. So, and that stuff doesn't fly. Like, you don't go into neighborhoods in Los Angeles or Chicago or New York or Detroit or Miami with a shield. Depending on the block and the neighborhood and the city, you go in with a shield and a mask, and the average person, who is controlling that area, whether it's the gang or a crew of people, they're not gonna be okay with you coming in with a shield or a mask or, trying to beat people up. And very likely there'll be firearms involved. So you can't just own who you are. Kind of a long-winded. Don't wear a mask. If you're Dukakis and you actually have a good anti-war record, then own it in 1988. I guess you couldn't at that time. But if you're Cuomo, you don't have to pretend. That's not going to help you. Just destroyed whatever political capital Trump lost with the dog comment yesterday. The Republicans have gained a lot more now. These are the people who are going to want to control Congress. It's just unbelievable. Like, then you have this. This is crazy. Democratic senator lied about Russians penetrating the Florida elections in 2018. Hold on.
It was exactly the letter, what the letter states. And that letter went to every supervisory election in Florida, plus to the Florida Division of Elections, the Secretary of State. And what that letter says is, in essence, it would be foolish to think if the Russians were in our election apparatus in Florida in 2016, and that has now been twice documented.
Documented? No. They were being in an apparatus. How many other countries? You think it would only be Russia? The votes were changed. Votes were not changed. If votes were changed, say votes were changed. Don't say they were in our apparatus. And why would they vote Democrat? Senator Nelson. Why on earth would they vote Democrat? Because they got uranium? This has to be played forever and ever. Trump has to play this every single day. Oh, Lord.
Well, get ready with
You can't make this up. Do you understand? You can't make it up. Like I say, own what you stand for. That's one thing about Trump. You can dislike him, you could disagree with him, but own what he stands for. I mean, own if you are a certain way, own it. Don't pretend you're something you're not. You're not Cynthia Nixon, Andrew Cuomo.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. We have not.
You still have people, even his own audience was shocked.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. We have not reached greatness.
Okay, Cuomo, what do we need to do to reach greatness? What can we do to reach greatness? I want to know. Surely you have some, you're amazing. You've actually, the next topic will be the meaning of life and the key to happiness and the cure for aging. What tidbit of wisdom do you have that we should all listen to forever and ever?
We will reach greatness.
Yes, I'm listening.
When every American
Yes,
is fully engaged.
Huh? Hold on, let me hear that again. What? We will reach greatness when what?
Is fully engaged.
Fully engaged? You want everyone to get married? What does that even mean? Fully engaged? They're getting married. Oh, you mean engaged, like into it, like in, like synced up to what? Synced up? Like really in sync with something. Okay. This is good. We're getting there. What do we need to be in sync with? Oh, guru of life. Tony Robbins on crack.
We will reach greatness when discrimination.
Okay, where's this going? Did the Democratic National Committee write this? Yes, they did. Okay, discrimination is bad. Very bad. What is he saying now?
And stereotyping against women, 51% of our population.
What? Stereotyping and who discriminates against women? I'm sure that there are a lot of places that do, but I mean, is this something that conservative women too will say, yes, I agree with you, Cuomo. That's why I'm voting Democrat and not doing what my husband says, like Clinton rightfully pointed out.
Is gone.
We will reach greatness when there's no discrimination and stereotyping of women. Even if we destroy Libya. So no stereotyping of women, but we can destroy Libya. We can send keep 10,000 soldiers in Afghanistan, 5,000 soldiers in Iraq, soldiers in Yemen, soldiers in Syria, all under Obama. We can go ahead and drone the planet, all under Obama. The rebuttal isn't, well, Trump's doing that. No, wait. So we'll reach all of this. What else do we have to do? Is that it? Make sure there's no discrimination against and stereotyping of women, which is horrible, but only then will we reach greatness. There's nothing else. That's the Democrats aren't even good at feel-good messages. They even ruin that. They even ruin that. It's just unbelievable. And it's like, okay, that's true. Discrimination and stereotyping is horrendous. You don't want that. I had like anti-Semitic trolls that my Trump voters who watch defended me from. Thank you. Completely went ahead and destroyed any stupid, I don't know, stereotyping and discrimination against Trump voters. Smokey over the line. We will reach greatness when horrible politicians get off the effing stage. Thank you. Smokey over the line. Thank you. I agree. See, I don't say certain words, whatever. Playing the long game. Okay. Every American must be fully engaged. I got to hear this nonsense again. And then we'll go on. Oh, Lord. Again? Like, you can't spend a second away without... Okay, add.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. We have not reached greatness. We will reach greatness.
I love the faux inspiration. We will not reach greatness. We might have been great in a certain respect. Sing it, Cuomo. Bring us the real deal. But for greatness, the great Andrew Cuomo, the greatness, yes, add the ESS.
When every American
is
fully engaged.
What? Engaged into what? A marriage? Engaged into comic books? Into what? Into what, Governor Cuomo? Tony Robbins on crack?
We will reach greatness when discrimination and stereotyping against women, 51% of our population, is gone.
Yeah. Okie dokie. You know what? I urge everyone to vote for Cynthia Nixon. Don't discriminate and help Cuomo's dream become reality. Can you imagine? People were like, I voted for Cynthia Nixon because Cuomo said that it was, we didn't want to discriminate against her. Is that what he meant? Oh, no. I got the wrong propaganda spin. Again. We've hurt ourselves again. Unbelievable. So it's crazy because they hate the left hates Trump because they don't like his personality and they know they can't beat him. They can't defeat him. And they've been embarrassed, constantly embarrassed. And because they've been constantly embarrassed, because they've been constantly embarrassed, they don't know what to do. They are completely lost, angry. They have no message. They have no messenger. And they really don't know, they don't know what to do. They have no, they don't like WikiLeaks. They don't like Julian Assange, yet they pretend not to be fascist. They are fascists. If you want to go ahead and persecute Assange, and if you're on the left and you're not sticking up for Assange, or if you're on the right, it doesn't matter. But more people on the right are sticking up for Julian Assange and defending him than on the left. But if you're on the left and you claim to oppose, hatred and misogyny and bigotry and fascism, and you're full of it because you should be backing up your value system. The only way to back up your value system is to defend Julian Assange. And just because Julian Assange published information that showed Bernie Sanders was cheated in the Democratic primary, now Democrats love socialism, but they didn't love socialism or democratic socialism, even though I never really thought of Bernie at all as a socialist. I never thought breaking up too big to fail banks was a socialist tactic. Because pumping money into them is actual socialism. But again, Bernie doesn't talk about that anymore. They won't let him talk about that, so he doesn't. Wingless Angel saw a video, progressive churches refuse refugees. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. Wingless Angel, thank you so very, very much. Thank you, Wingless Angel. Thank you. Now you have GoFundMe's for Peter Strzok. It's just crazy. Twitter suspended Robin Williams. This is sick. That is so sick. It's just unbelievable. And then today you have hilarious. Happy birthday to the leader of the Democratic Party, Maxine Waters. Hilarious. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's, they really have. It's just unbelievable. It's just crazy. Elizabeth Warren has a plan to save capitalism. I love this. This is the thing, there are problems with every economic system. There are problems with capitalism, but it's better than any other economic system. That's not really up for debate. Well, what about breaking up banks? She's unveiling a bill to make corporate governance great again. Okay. Let's just look up banks. No, you do a word search for this Vox article. Nothing. No Glass-Steagall. Let's see, Glass. Nope. Everything has been watered down to and the left isn't buying it because so I don't see how, like, I just don't really see how I just don't see how Democrats win at all. They might get 10, 15, even 20 seats, but they're not going to get the 23 they need. That is so funny. Hillary Clinton backs kid who knelt during Pledge of Allegiance. Keep up the good work. Okay, Clinton, you've just destroyed whatever the movement that was kneeling at whatever, if you want to call it a movement or whatever. Clinton, why doesn't Clinton take a knee? She's sloshed half the time and falling over in the woods. Take a knee. It'd probably help out. They're like co-opting or trying to take over, commandeer every single possible. They're not going to. And the epic meltdown when they don't get the House, because they're not going to get the House. They have zero. The only thing they have is hate. And then you love these soldiers. You have 60 toss-ups. Really? Are they really toss-ups, or you just think that they're toss-ups? Like 60 toss-ups. They're going to turn on Bernie voters. They're going to attack Bernie Sanders voters. Grouchy Goodman. I love this. This is so great. Every day is just yet another. And then they're like, you have people from like left-wing publications, and they're like, Fox News is a Republican network. Well, yeah. Well, what's the New York Times, the Washington Post, MSNBC, CNN, Esquire, Vanity Fair, Daily Beast. What are they? Hollywood. What's that? Is that objective reality? Let's listen to this again.
Until the American people are convinced that
you basically got it. We've heard it enough. The Cuomo thing's better. He has to. Elizabeth Luker, thanks, boyfriend, for the drunk Hillary falling in the business mind pick in the bushes. Just spit out good Russian vodka. Yes, Russian vodka is great. I love the Russian people. They're beautiful people. And when Democrats lose again, and it'll also be because Trump style candidates are being elected. And these candidates, you can disagree with them in terms of policies, but they drum up support. So Elizabeth Luker, thank you. Thank you, as always, Elizabeth. And you are one of the moderators for this channel. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you to my moderators. Oh, here. Trump disliked as strongly as Nixon before his resignation. What? In one poll, he had a 50% approval, higher than Obama's in the Rasmussen poll. It's just all like, what poll was this? A Marist College poll. Oh, okay, that's not biased. 45% rated Trump's job performance as poor, even though it's a 4.1% increase in GDP. Peace between North and South Korea, hopefully. Adam Bomb 31458, thank you so very, very much. Elizabeth Luker, thank you. Adam Bomb 31458, thank you. MSM going the way of the Studebaker, absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. I'm just reading like... And then, like, they think, like, you know, destroying his Walk of Fame is like, that isn't going to do anything. That's really not going to do anything at all. All right, let's see. James Woods has, like, he's awesome. So now Cher and John Brennan have the same level of security clearance, which is about right. We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. Wow. Andrew Cuomo. It's still not going to help you. Elizabeth Luker, thank you. So let's go ahead and just... What else is new? So Trump... Hold on, Trump... So I don't even think I've actually finished all of Trump's. So this is, okay. We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great. Can you believe this is the governor of the highest tax state in the U.S.? Andrew Cuomo having a total meltdown. Oh, my God. And then, like, of course, you see, like, the most unhinged rebuttals. You traitor, you're a traitor. Like, there's no evidence of anything. The whole thing, the Trump-Russia conspiracy theory has been debunked. It's not going to win. It's not going to help any. All the people who perpetuated the conspiracy theory, they're fired, or the security clearance has been revoked, or they're demoted, or they're disgraced. and Clinton will eventually get indicted. And that's it. And hopefully there'll be an immunity deal to get Julian Assange to testify. Then Democrats, they haven't stopped lying since the beginning. When Clinton began to run, they kept lying. They cheated Bernie. They kept lying. They tried to frame Trump. They kept lying. The FBI covered up Clinton's crimes. They kept lying. The FBI then used fake news to justify an overreaching investigation with the Steele dossier. They kept lying. Trump is a racist ogre. They kept lying. They just don't like his personality. Oh, but he said this at Charlottesville. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That's not what he meant. That's what in the world, they have their own alternate universe where President Obama didn't preside over Standing Rock, or a terrorist murderer in Dillon Roof, or an oil boom, or all the unarmed black people who were murdered under President Obama's tenure. Unarmed black citizens, and how many different situations with officers under President Obama's tenure. What did he do to stop this? Nothing. Except now Trump is the big racist. Could you imagine if Standing Rock took place under Trump? Dillon Roof murdered 9 black worshipers in their own church. This was President Trump's administration and could you imagine, God forbid, if it happened to any ethnicity and any religious group under Trump? So, I mean, it's like, and then Mark Levin, when they had the power to stop the Russians, the Chinese, the North Koreans, they funded the Iranians and are responsible for the greatest scandal in American history by interfering with our election and trying to undermine the Trump campaign and Trump presidency. Donald J. Trump, I'd strip the whole bunch of them. They're all corrupt. They've all abused their power. They've all betrayed the American people with a political agenda. They tried to steal and influence an election in the United States. Sean Hannity. And the evidence is on all of these people's sides. The evidence is on their side. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, what can we say? Andrew Cuomo doesn't think we've ever been a great country. Well, there you go. Soon he'll clarify that before the election. He's like, this, yeah, I'm still at 116,000. I got to go ahead and start sprinkling in some uploads in addition to all of this. And I will. Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe to my super chat. Thank you. And we will go ahead and thank you, everyone. God bless. Have sweet dreams. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be another great day. And to my super chat, thank you. You give me every incentive to continue these live streams. And to my live chat, thank you. See you tomorrow, everybody. Remember, Andrew Cuomo doesn't think this country has ever been great. Thank you so very much.